My name is Air Force Master Sergeant Christopher Aguilera. I was injured in Afghanistan when I was shot down by enemy fire. This resulted in the loss of my left leg. This is my wife, Jennifer Flanagan. I wasn't having much luck in the social aspect, so I went on to Match.com, as ironic as it sounds, and I found Jen. I saw that she had looked at my profile, and I went ahead and I reached out, and it all went up from there.
I just saw that we had a lot in common, a lot of similar interests.
I don't know, we just got so much in common. It's kind of crazy that it took me this long to find her. I joined the Air Force with the intent of getting my GI Bill and going to college. And, my first enlistment came and I was like, you know what, I'm having fun. I'm doing something that I love. So I re-enlisted, and then that second re-enlistment turned into a third re-enlistment. And then before you know it, 22 years had passed.
Well, I came from a military family. My grandfather was in the Army, my father was in the Air Force, and, growing up, I would hear stories and it always seemed interesting to me. But I served 5 years in the Navy. Majority of my time was on the USS Kitty Hawk. I was on an aircraft carrier, homeported in Japan. I really enjoyed that, getting to travel and see the world.
It was 9 June 2010. We were in the Helmand Province, flying out of a place called Bastion. It was our third combat rescue of the day. It was a critically injured Marine. It was at that time that the enemy had popped up and engaged us, and they took out our tail rotor, which is a very bad thing. It's the one thing that keeps us flying straight and true. So as soon as they took out our tail rotor, we immediately started to spin. We were out of control, and then we hit the ground at about 120 knots from 150 feet up in the air at that time. I didn't realize how bad I was, but I knew that there was something wrong. I would later find out that I had broken my femur, broken my hip, broke my tailbone, broke my back in 5 spots, 4 broken ribs, a broken sternum, collarbone. I had a broken jaw and partially of my face from where I hit the windowsill. I had a brain injury from where my head hit the ground. I had a punctured lung. My injuries were so bad and the burns were so bad that they put me in a coma for about 2 weeks, and everything after that was a bit of a haze. But I remember waking up from my coma and I couldn't move. I was in a back brace. It was very hard, We moved from the northern part of Vegas, and we moved down to the southern part of Vegas. We found a place that was very around the corner from our parents and the rest of our family, so it was great. Unfortunately, it's 2-story, and the first floor and the second floor have multi-levels within them.
He doesn't have a safe way to get in and out of the bathtub. He doesn't have a roll-in shower. He doesn't have grab bars in the bathroom, and so he has fallen before.
Using a wheelchair just to get into the front door is impossible, and once you're in the house, you're stuck to a specific room. Jen just has the full double duty of, cooking or washing the dishes, taking care of Liam, and then, if I need something, she has to take care of me too. So it's a giant juggling act. Yeah. I wish I could do more to help her out. So having this house is going to be tremendous. I'll be able to do dishes, I'll be able to roll underneath and do cooking. I'll be able to get stuff from the drawers, all within my wheelchair. I'll be able to chase my son throughout the house, take him to the backyard, take him to the front yard, all in my wheelchair. Gives me that feeling of independence, a feeling of strength, a feeling of, yes, I can do this all day long and not be tired, not be in pain.
It will also be safer. Giving him more accessibility to different parts of the house would definitely help me. Also, him not being in pain all the time, from having to wear his leg constantly. And if he's happier, then I'm happier, And also being in this house financially would be great, because we can start saving and putting away for our son's future. When I had met Chris, at the time I was working towards the nursing program. Once we got married and I got pregnant, I just put that on hold.
Getting this house gives me that independence back to where, she'll be able to go back to school and get out.
I think, if he can be trusted at home with our son, and I don't have to worry about his safety or our son's safety, I think that allows me to get outside of the home more. We have a 2.5-year-old named Liam.
He's a little Tasmanian devil. I love him to death, and he's every bit of my son. He's rough and tumble. He's amazing. Homes for a troop is independence. The feeling of being that whole person again, the feeling of being able to do what I can to be that father figure, that husband, to be that partner that takes the equal amount of payload.
Homeless for our troops is a blessing. It's something that would greatly help us and enrich our lives. It's an opportunity that I never thought we would have.
If I had the chance to meet every donor that gave to every house, I'd want to shake their hand. I'd want to tell them thank you and helping us get to that goal where we're able to do things and help build our family. It's amazing. I would shake their hand. I'd hug them. I'd just tell them thank you. Thank you so much.